Question 1. With reference to the study of celestial bodies and the universe, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The scientific study of the universe's origin, evolution, and large-scale structures is known as cosmology. Statement 2. The broader natural science that studies celestial objects, space, and the physical universe is termed astronomy. Statement 3. Astrology is a branch of astronomy that focuses on the physical properties of stars and planets. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: Statement 1 is correct. Cosmology is indeed the scientific study of the universe as a whole, including its origin, evolution, and large-scale structures. Statement 2 is correct. Astronomy is a broader natural science that studies celestial objects and phenomena. Statement 3 is incorrect. Astrology is a pseudoscience that claims to divine information about human affairs and terrestrial events by studying the movements and relative positions of celestial objects, and is distinct from astronomy. Question 2. With reference to galaxies near our Milky Way, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The Andromeda Galaxy is the closest large spiral galaxy to the Milky Way. Statement 2. The Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy is considered the closest known galaxy overall to the Milky Way. Statement 3. Both Andromeda and the Milky Way are part of the local group of galaxies. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The Andromeda Galaxy, M31, is the closest large spiral galaxy to our Milky Way, approximately 2.5 million light-years away. The Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy is the closest known galaxy to the Milky Way, though it is a dwarf galaxy. Both Andromeda and the Milky Way are members of the local group, a cluster of galaxies. Question 3. With reference to the Big Bang Theory, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe's early development. Statement 2. It suggests the universe began from a very hot, dense state and has been expanding ever since. Statement 3. Current estimates place the Big Bang event approximately 13.8 billion years ago. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The Big Bang Theory is the leading scientific theory for the origin and evolution of the universe. It describes how the universe expanded from an extremely hot, dense state. While the provided text mentions 15 billion years, the most widely accepted current estimate for the age of the universe based on the Big Bang model is approximately 13.8 billion years. Question 4. With reference to black holes, consider the following statements. Statement 1. A black hole is a region of spacetime where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Statement 2. They are typically formed from the gravitational collapse of massive stars. Statement 3. Stars with a mass greater than 3 times that of the Sun are potential candidates for forming black holes after their life cycle. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. A black hole is a region of spacetime where gravity is so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape. They are formed when very massive stars collapse under their own gravity at the end of their life cycle. The critical mass for a star's core to collapse into a black hole is generally considered to be above the Tolman-Oppenheimer-Volkoff limit, which is roughly 3 times the mass of the Sun. Question 5. How many officially recognized constellations are there in the celestial sphere, as defined by the International Astronomical Union, IAU? The correct answer is option B, 88. Explanation: the International Astronomical Union, IAU, officially recognizes 88 constellations. These are specific areas of the celestial sphere, defined by their boundaries, which completely tile the sphere. Each constellation is associated with a mythological figure, animal, or inanimate object. Question 6. Consider the following statements regarding light travel time to Earth. Statement 1. Moonlight, reflected sunlight, takes approximately 1.3 seconds to reach the Earth. Statement 2. Sunlight takes approximately 8 minutes to reach the Earth. Statement 3. The speed of light in a vacuum is approximately 3x 10^8 meters per second. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The Moon is approximately 384,400 kilometers away from Earth, so light takes roughly 1.28 seconds, often rounded to 1.3 seconds, to travel this distance. The Sun is about 150 million kilometers away, so light takes approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds, often rounded to 8 minutes, to reach Earth. The speed of light is a fundamental constant in physics. Question 7. With reference to the gas giant planets in our solar system, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system by mass and volume. Statement 2. Saturn is known for its prominent ring system, which is the most extensive in the solar system. Statement 3. Both Jupiter and Saturn are primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Jupiter is indeed the largest planet in our solar system, with a mass more than 2.5 times that of all other planets combined. Saturn is famous for its spectacular and complex ring system. Both Jupiter and Saturn are gas giants, predominantly composed of the light elements hydrogen and helium. Question 8. With reference to stars outside our solar system, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Sirius, also known as the dog star, is the brightest star in the night sky. Statement 2. Proxima Centauri is the closest known star to the Sun. Statement 3. Alpha Centauri is a triple star system that includes Proxima Centauri. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Sirius, Alpha Canis Majoris, is the brightest star visible from Earth, excluding the Sun. Proxima Centauri is indeed the closest star to the Sun, located about 4.2 light-years away. Alpha Centauri is a triple star system, and Proxima Centauri is one of its components. Question 9. With reference to the natural satellites of planets in our solar system, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Saturn currently holds the record for the maximum number of confirmed natural satellites. Statement 2. Jupiter has fewer confirmed moons than Saturn. Statement 3. Titan, a moon of Saturn, is the only satellite in the solar system with a dense atmosphere. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. As of early 2023, Saturn officially surpassed Jupiter in the number of known moons, with 145 confirmed satellites. Jupiter has 95 confirmed moons. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, is unique in the solar system for possessing a dense atmosphere primarily composed of nitrogen. Question 10. With reference to Venus, often called Earth's twin, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Venus has a similar size, mass, and bulk composition to Earth. Statement 2. Its atmosphere is primarily composed of carbon dioxide, leading to a strong greenhouse effect. Statement 3. Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most other planets in the solar system. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Venus is often called Earth's twin due to its similar size and mass. Its dense atmosphere, composed mainly of carbon dioxide, traps heat, resulting in an extreme greenhouse effect and surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Venus also exhibits retrograde rotation, meaning it spins clockwise on its axis, opposite to most other planets. Question 11. With reference to Titan, the largest moon of Saturn, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Titan is the only known natural satellite in the solar system with a dense atmosphere. Statement 2. Its atmosphere is primarily composed of nitrogen, similar to Earth's. Statement 3. Titan is known to have stable bodies of liquid methane and ethane on its surface. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Titan is indeed the only moon in our solar system with a dense atmosphere. Its atmosphere is predominantly nitrogen, similar to Earth's, but also contains methane and other hydrocarbons. Due to its cold temperatures, methane and ethane exist in liquid form on Titan's surface, forming lakes, rivers, and seas, making it a unique celestial body. Question 12. Consider the following statements regarding small celestial bodies in our solar system. Statement 1. Asteroids are small, rocky bodies primarily found in the belt between Mars and Jupiter. Statement 2. Comets are icy bodies that develop a visible coma and tail when they approach the Sun. Statement 3. Meteors are the luminous phenomena observed when meteoroids burn up upon entering Earth's atmosphere. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Asteroids are rocky, airless remnants from the early solar system, mostly found in the asteroid belt. Comets are icy bodies that release gas and dust, forming a visible atmosphere, coma, and tail when they get close to the Sun. Meteors are the streaks of light, commonly called shooting stars, caused by small pieces of space rock, meteoroids, burning up as they enter Earth's atmosphere. Question 13. With reference to the age of celestial bodies, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The approximate age of the Earth is estimated to be around 4.54 billion years. Statement 2. This age is primarily determined through radiometric dating of meteorites. Statement 3. The Moon is believed to have formed shortly after the Earth, approximately 4.51 billion years ago. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The age of the Earth is estimated to be approximately 4.54 billion years. This is primarily determined by radiometric dating of meteorites, which are remnants from the early solar system and the oldest known Earth and lunar samples. The Moon is thought to have formed about 4.51 billion years ago, shortly after Earth's formation, likely from a giant impact event. Question 14. With reference to Earth's orbital positions, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Perihelion is the point in Earth's orbit where it is closest to the Sun. Statement 2. Aphelion is the point in Earth's orbit where it is farthest from the Sun. Statement 3. Perigee refers to the point when the Moon is closest to the Earth in its orbit. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Perihelion is the point of closest approach of an orbiting body to the Sun, for Earth, around 3rd January. Aphelion is the point of farthest distance from the Sun, for Earth, around 4th July. Perigee is the point of closest approach of an orbiting body to the Earth, example, the Moon, while apogee is the farthest point. Question 15. According to the classification proposed by Edward Suess regarding the Earth's interior, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The upper part of the Earth's crust, rich in silicon and aluminium, is termed CL. Statement 2. The lower, denser part of the crust, rich in silicon and magnesium, is termed CMA. Statement 3. The Earth's core, primarily composed of nickel and iron, is referred to as knife. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The Austrian geologist Edward Suess proposed a chemical classification of the Earth's interior. Cl, silicon aluminium, refers to the lighter, upper continental crust. CMA, silicon magnesium, refers to the denser, lower oceanic crust and upper mantle. Knife, nickel iron, refers to the Earth's core. Question 16. Given that the Earth completes one full rotation, 360 degrees, in approximately 24 hours, what is the time difference corresponding to 1 degree of longitude? The correct answer is option B, 4 minutes. Explanation: the Earth rotates 360 degrees in 24 hours. To find the time difference for 1 degree of longitude, we calculate 24 hours 60 minutes are 360 degrees is equal to 1440 minutes. 360 degrees is equal to 4 minutes per degree of longitude. Question 17. Indian Standard Time, IST, is the time zone observed throughout India and is calculated based on the longitude of which meridian? The correct answer is option A, 82.5 degree E. Explanation: Indian Standard Time, IST, is calculated on the basis of the meridian passing through 82.5 degrees east longitude. This meridian passes near Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh and is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, or Coordinated Universal Time, UTC. Question 18. With reference to the International Date Line, IDL, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The IDL is an imaginary line that demarcates the change of one calendar day to the next. Statement 2. When a traveler crosses the IDL from west to east, they must add 1 day to their calendar. Statement 3. When a traveler crosses the IDL from east to west, they must subtract 1 day from their calendar. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The International Date Line, IDL, is an imaginary line on the Earth's surface that roughly follows the 180 degrees longitude. When crossing the IDL from west to east, a traveler gains a day, adds 1 day. When crossing from east to west, a traveler loses a day, subtracts 1 day. Question 19. With reference to eclipses, consider the following statements. Statement 1. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and earth, blocking the sun's light. Statement 2. A lunar eclipse occurs when the earth passes between the sun and moon, casting a shadow on the moon. Statement 3. Both solar and lunar eclipses can only occur during a full moon phase. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: Statement 1 is correct. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the sun and earth. Statement 2 is correct. A lunar eclipse occurs when the earth comes between the sun and moon. Statement 3 is incorrect. A solar eclipse can only occur during a new moon phase, while a lunar eclipse can only occur during a full moon phase. Question 20. With reference to different types of rocks, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Granite is an example of an intrusive igneous rock formed from cooled magma. Statement 2. Sandstone is a sedimentary rock that transforms into quartzite under heat and pressure. Statement 3. Marble is a metamorphic rock formed from the metamorphism of limestone. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: All three statements are correct. Granite is an igneous rock that forms from the slow crystallization of magma below Earth's surface. Sandstone is a clastic sedimentary rock that, under metamorphism, recrystallizes into quartzite. Marble is a non-foliated metamorphic rock produced from the metamorphism of sedimentary carbonate rocks, most commonly limestone. Question 21. Under intense heat and pressure, the sedimentary rock sandstone undergoes metamorphism to form which of the following metamorphic rocks? The correct answer is option B, quartzite. Explanation: When subjected to high heat and pressure, typically during regional metamorphism, the quartz grains in sandstone recrystallize and fuse together, forming the hard, non-foliated metamorphic rock known as quartzite. Marble forms from limestone, and slate forms from shale. Question 22. With reference to earthquakes, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The instrument used to detect and record the intensity of earthquake waves is called a seismograph. Statement 2. The point on the Earth's surface directly above the origin of an earthquake is known as the epicenter. Statement 3. The actual point within the Earth where an earthquake originates is called the hypocenter or focus. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: All three statements are correct. A seismograph is an instrument that measures and records ground motion. The epicenter is the point on the Earth's surface directly above the hypocenter, or focus, which is the actual point within the Earth where the earthquake rupture originates. Question 23. The point just above the focus on the Earth's surface during an earthquake is known as. The correct answer is option C, epicenter. Explanation: The epicenter is the point on the Earth's surface directly above the hypocenter, or focus, which is the point within the Earth where an earthquake rupture starts. It is often the location where the greatest damage occurs, although the extent of damage depends on many factors. Question 24. With reference to types of volcanoes, consider the following statements. Statement 1. An active volcano is one that has erupted in historical times and is likely to erupt again. Statement 2. A dormant volcano is one that has not erupted for a long time but has the potential to erupt in the future. Statement 3. Stromboli in the Mediterranean Sea is an example of an active volcano known for its frequent eruptions. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Volcanoes are generally classified as active, erupting or likely to erupt soon, dormant, inactive but with potential for future eruption, or extinct, unlikely to erupt again. Stromboli is famously known as an active volcano, often called the lighthouse of the Mediterranean due to its persistent eruptions. Question 25. With reference to different types of mountains, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Fold mountains are formed by the folding of crustal rocks due to compressive forces, such as the Himalayas. Statement 2. Block mountains are created when large areas of the Earth's crust are uplifted or downdropped along fault lines. Statement 3. The Nilgiri Hills and Rajmahal Hills are examples of residual or dissected mountains. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Fold mountains, example, Himalayas, Alps, are formed by the collision of tectonic plates. Block mountains, example, Vosges, Black Forest, result from faulting and vertical displacement of crustal blocks. Residual mountains, example, Nilgiris, Rajmahal, Aravalis, are remnants of older, larger mountain systems that have been eroded over time. Question 26. The Nilgiri Hills and Rajmahal Hills are examples of which type of mountains, characterized by erosion of pre-existing landforms? The correct answer is option C, residual or dissected mountains. Explanation: residual mountains, also known as dissected mountains, are formed when existing mountains are eroded by agents like wind, rain, and rivers, leaving behind hard, resistant rock masses. The Nilgiri Hills, Rajmahal Hills, and Girnar Hills are classic examples of such mountains in India, representing remnants of older, larger mountain systems. Question 27. The Andes Mountains, the longest continental mountain range in the world, stretches along the western coast of South America. What is its approximate length? The correct answer is option C, 7,200 kilometers. Explanation: the Andes Mountains extend for about 7,200 kilometers, 4,500 miles, making them the longest continental mountain range in the world. They span 7 South American countries: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. Question 28. The Great Dividing Range, also known as the Eastern Highlands, is the largest mountain range in Australia. In which region of Australia is it primarily located? The correct answer is option C, East Australia. Explanation: the Great Dividing Range is a series of mountain ranges, plateaus, and uplands that runs roughly parallel to the entire eastern coast of Australia. It is the fifth longest land-based mountain range in the world. Question 29. Mount Everest, the Earth's highest mountain above sea level, is located in the Himalayas. It lies on the international border between which two regions' countries? The correct answer is option B, Nepal and Tibet, China. Explanation: Mount Everest, Sagarmatha in Nepali, Komolangama in Tibetan, is located on the border between Nepal and the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. Its summit is the highest point on Earth. Question 30. The Tibetan Plateau, often called the roof of the world, is a vast elevated plateau in Central Asia. It is geographically situated between the Himalayas to the south and which other major mountain range to the north? The correct answer is option A, Kunlun Mountains. Explanation: The Tibetan Plateau is bordered by the Himalayas to the south and the Kunlun Mountains to the north. It is the world's highest and largest plateau, with an average elevation of over 4,500 meters, 14,800 feet. Question 31. With reference to the layers of the Earth's atmosphere, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The troposphere is the lowest layer and contains most of the atmospheric gases and weather phenomena. Statement 2. The ozone layer, which absorbs harmful UV radiation, is primarily located in the stratosphere. Statement 3. The mesosphere is known as the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Statement 4. The ionosphere is responsible for reflecting radio waves back to Earth. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Explanation: all four statements are correct. The troposphere is the lowest layer, where most weather occurs, and contains about 75% of the atmospheric mass. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which protects Earth from UV radiation. The mesosphere is the coldest layer, with temperatures dropping to about -100 degrees Celsius. The ionosphere is a region of ionized particles that reflects radio waves, enabling long-distance communication. Question 32. The ozone layer, which absorbs most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet UV radiation, is primarily located in which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? The correct answer is option C, stratosphere. Explanation: the ozone layer is a region of Earth's stratosphere that absorbs most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet UV radiation. This protective layer is crucial for sustaining life on Earth. Question 33. Which layer of the Earth's atmosphere is known for having the coldest temperatures, often dropping to around -100 degrees Celsius at its upper boundary, mesopause? The correct answer is option C, mesosphere. Explanation: the mesosphere is the third layer of the Earth's atmosphere, situated above the stratosphere. It is the coldest layer, with temperatures decreasing with altitude, reaching a minimum of about -100 degrees Celsius at the mesopause. Question 34. Which region of the Earth's upper atmosphere is characterized by a high concentration of ions and free electrons, making it capable of reflecting radio waves back to Earth, thus enabling long-distance radio communication? The correct answer is option C, ionosphere. Explanation: the ionosphere is a region of the upper atmosphere where solar radiation ionizes atoms and molecules, creating a layer of free electrons and ions. This layer is crucial for radio communication as it reflects radio waves, allowing them to travel beyond the horizon. Question 35. With reference to the composition of Earth's dry atmosphere, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Nitrogen constitutes approximately 78% of the atmosphere. Statement 2. Oxygen constitutes approximately 21% of the atmosphere. Statement 3. Carbon dioxide is present in trace amounts, typically around 0.04%. Statement 4. Argon is the third most abundant gas, making up about 0.93%. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Explanation: all four statements are correct. The Earth's atmosphere is composed of approximately 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.93% argon, and 0.04% carbon dioxide, along with trace amounts of other gases and varying amounts of water vapor. Question 36. Which instrument is commonly used to measure atmospheric pressure? The correct answer is option C, mercury barometer. Explanation: a barometer is a scientific instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. The mercury barometer, invented by Evangelista Torricelli, is a classic type that measures pressure by the height of a column of mercury. An aneroid barometer is another common type. A thermometer measures temperature, an anemometer measures wind speed, and a seismograph measures earthquake waves. Question 37. With reference to global wind patterns and atmospheric circulation, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Trade winds blow from the subtropical high-pressure belts towards the equatorial low-pressure belt. Statement 2. The westerlies are strong prevailing winds in the middle latitudes, known as roaring 40s in the southern hemisphere. Statement 3. Due to the Coriolis effect, cyclones in the northern hemisphere exhibit an anticlockwise circulation of air. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Trade winds are prevailing easterly winds in the tropics. Westerlies are mid-latitude winds, particularly strong in the southern hemisphere, earning names like roaring 40s. The Coriolis effect deflects moving objects, like air, to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere, causing cyclones, low-pressure systems, to rotate anticlockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Question 38. The strong, prevailing winds found in the middle latitudes, between 30 and 60 degrees latitude of the southern hemisphere, known for their intensity, are collectively referred to as the roaring 40s, furious 50s, and shrieking 60s. These are types of. The correct answer is option D, westerlies. Explanation: the westerlies are prevailing winds that blow from the west towards the east in the middle latitudes between 30 and 60 degrees latitude. They are particularly strong and consistent in the southern hemisphere due to fewer land masses to obstruct them, leading to their colorful names: roaring 40s, 40-50 degree S, furious 50s, 50-60 degree S, and shrieking screaming 60s, south of 60 degree S. Question 39. Due to the Coriolis effect, the rapid inward circulation of air masses in a cyclone in the northern hemisphere follows which direction? The correct answer is option B, anticlockwise. Explanation: in the northern hemisphere, the Coriolis effect deflects moving air to the right. This causes cyclones, low-pressure systems, to rotate anticlockwise as air spirals inward towards the center. In the southern hemisphere, the Coriolis effect deflects air to the left, causing cyclones to rotate clockwise. Question 40. With reference to local winds, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Chinook, known as snow eater in the Rocky Mountains. Statement 2. Sirocco, associated with blood rain due to carrying red dust from the Sahara. Statement 3. Harmattan, referred to as the Guinea doctor in West Africa. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three pairs are correctly matched. The Chinook is a warm, dry Foehn wind that descends the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains, rapidly melting snow. The Sirocco is a hot, dusty wind from the Sahara that picks up moisture over the Mediterranean, causing blood rain due to the red dust. The Harmattan is a dry, dusty trade wind from the Sahara that blows over West Africa, locally known as the Guinea doctor for its perceived health benefits in reducing humidity. Question 41. The local wind Sirocco, which blows from the Sahara to the Mediterranean Sea, is also known as. The correct answer is option A, blood rain. Explanation: the Sirocco is a Mediterranean wind that originates in the Sahara Desert. As it crosses the Mediterranean Sea, it picks up moisture, and this dust-laden moisture can fall as rain, giving it a reddish tint. This phenomenon is known as blood rain. Question 42. Which hot, dry wind blowing outwards from the interior of Western Africa is called the Guinea Doctor? The correct answer is option A, Harmattan. Explanation. The Harmattan is a dry, dusty trade wind that blows from the Sahara Desert over West Africa into the Gulf of Guinea. While it brings dust, it also brings cooler, drier air, which is often seen as a relief from the humid tropical heat, leading to its nickname Guinea Doctor. Question 43. The Nile River, considered the longest river in Africa, has two major tributaries, the White Nile and the Blue Nile. The White Nile, which is the longer of the two, originates from which large African lake? The correct answer is option B, Lake Victoria. Explanation. The White Nile, which is the longer tributary of the Nile River, originates from Lake Victoria in East Africa. The Blue Nile originates from Lake Tana in Ethiopia, and the two rivers converge in Khartoum, Sudan, to form the main Nile River. Question 44. With reference to severe weather phenomena and their regional names, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Typhoons, tropical cyclones in the China Sea. Statement 2. Hurricanes, tropical cyclones in the Atlantic Ocean and northeastern Pacific. Statement 3. Willy Willies, tropical cyclones in northern Australia. Statement 4. Tornadoes, violently rotating columns of air common in the USA. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Explanation. All four pairs are correctly matched. Typhoons are tropical cyclones in the northwestern Pacific Ocean and China Sea. Hurricanes are tropical cyclones in the Atlantic Ocean and northeastern Pacific. Willy Willies is the local term for tropical cyclones in northern Australia. Tornadoes are violently rotating columns of air, distinct from tropical cyclones, but are a common severe weather phenomenon in the USA. Question 45. The term Willy Willies is a local name for tropical cyclones that occur in which specific region? The correct answer is option B, Northern Australia. Explanation. Willy Willies is the local term used in Northern Australia for tropical cyclones. These powerful storms are known for their destructive winds and heavy rainfall. Question 46. With reference to important waterways and their connections, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Panama Canal connects the Pacific Ocean with the Caribbean Sea, Atlantic Ocean. Statement 2. Erie Canal connects the Atlantic Ocean via Hudson River to the Great Lakes. Statement 3. Strait of Gibraltar connects the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Statement 4. Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Explanation. All four pairs are correctly matched. The Panama Canal is a vital shipping route connecting the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. The Erie Canal historically linked the Atlantic, via the Hudson River, to the Great Lakes. The Strait of Gibraltar is the narrow passage between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. The Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, providing a shortcut between Europe and Asia. Question 47. The Mariana Trench, located in the western Pacific Ocean, is known as the deepest oceanic trench on Earth. It represents the deepest point of which ocean? The correct answer is option D, Pacific Ocean. Explanation. The Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the world's oceans, and thus the deepest point on Earth. It is located in the western Pacific Ocean, near the Mariana Islands. Its deepest known point is the Challenger Deep. Question 48. With reference to important straits and their geographical connections, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Bab el-Mandeb Strait connects the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea. Statement 2. Malacca Strait, located between the Malay Peninsula and the island of Sumatra, Indonesia. Statement 3. Olk Strait separates India and Sri Lanka. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three pairs are correctly matched. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden, which is part of the Arabian Sea and the wider Indian Ocean. The Strait of Malacca is a narrow waterway between the Malay Peninsula, Malaysia, Singapore, and the Indonesian island of Sumatra. The Polk Strait is a strait between the Tamil Nadu state of India and the Jaffna district of Sri Lanka. Question 49. The Strait of Malacca, a narrow, 805 kilometers stretch of water, is one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. It is located between the Malay Peninsula and the island of Sumatra, which belongs to which country? The correct answer is option B, Indonesia. Explanation: the Strait of Malacca is a major shipping channel between the Malay Peninsula, part of Malaysia and Thailand, and the Indonesian island of Sumatra. It connects the Andaman Sea, part of the Indian Ocean, and the South China Sea, part of the Pacific Ocean. Question 50. The Polk Strait joins the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean between India and The correct answer is option C, Sri Lanka. Explanation: the Polk Strait is a strait between the Tamil Nadu state of India and the Jaffna district of the northern province of the island nation of Sri Lanka. It connects the Bay of Bengal in the northeast with the Polk Bay and then the Gulf of Mannar in the southwest. Question 51. Which ancient, massive lake located in Siberia, Russia, is renowned for being the world's deepest freshwater lake and the largest freshwater lake by volume? The correct answer is option B, Lake Baikal. Explanation: Lake Baikal, located in southern Siberia, Russia, is the world's deepest lake, with a maximum depth of 1,642 meters, 5,387 feet. It is also the world's largest freshwater lake by volume, containing about 22 to 23% of the world's surface freshwater. Question 52. The Angel Falls, Salto Angel, the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall, with a height of 979 meters, 3,212 feet, is located in which South American country? The correct answer is option C, Venezuela. Explanation: Angel Falls is located in Canaima National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the Gran Sabana region of Bolívar State, Venezuela. It plunges over the edge of the Ollantaytambo Mountain. Question 53. The capital city of Iraq, Baghdad, a historically significant city in Mesopotamia, is situated on the banks of which major river? The correct answer is option B, Tigris. Explanation: Baghdad, the capital of Iraq, is located on the banks of the Tigris River. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers are central to the geography and history of Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization. Question 54. The iconic capital city of France, Paris, known for its art, fashion, and culture, is bisected by which major river? The correct answer is option B, Paris. Explanation: Paris, the capital of France, is situated on the river Seine. The river flows through the heart of the city, and many of its famous landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame Cathedral, are located along its banks. Question 55. Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, is located on the banks of which river, forming its southwestern border with Virginia? The correct answer is option C, Potomac. Explanation: Washington, D.C., the federal capital of the United States, is situated on the Potomac River. The river forms the border between Washington, D.C. and the state of Virginia. Question 56. The Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world, covers a vast area of approximately 9.2 million square kilometers. In which continent and region is it primarily located? The correct answer is option C, North Africa. Explanation: the Sahara Desert dominates a large part of North Africa, stretching from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east. It is the third largest desert in the world overall, after the Arctic and Antarctic polar deserts. Question 57. The Atacama Desert, known as one of the driest places on Earth, is located on the Pacific coast of South America. In which country is it primarily found? The correct answer is option B, North Chile. Explanation: the Atacama Desert is a plateau in South America, covering a 1,600 kilometers, 990 mi, strip of land on the Pacific coast, west of the Andes Mountains. It is primarily located in northern Chile, with small parts extending into Peru, Bolivia, and Argentina. Question 58. Which island, an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark, is recognized as the world's largest island by area? The correct answer is option D, Greenland. Explanation: Greenland is the world's largest island, with an area of approximately 2,166,086 square kilometers, 836,327 sq mi. It is located between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans. Question 59. With reference to major grasslands of the world, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Downs, Australia. Statement 2. Pampas, Argentina. Statement 3. Wells, South Africa. Statement 4. Prairies, North America. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, all 4. Explanation: all 4 pairs are correctly matched. The Downs are temperate grasslands in Australia. The Pampas are fertile lowlands in South America, primarily Argentina. The Wells are open country grasslands in South Africa. The Prairies are extensive grasslands in North America. Question 60. The vast, fertile Pampas grasslands are a prominent geographical feature primarily found in which South American country? The correct answer is option C, Argentina. Explanation: the Pampas are fertile South American lowlands that cover more than 1,200,000 square kilometers, 460,000 sq mi, and include parts of Argentina, most of Uruguay, and the southernmost state of Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul. They are most famously associated with Argentina. Question 61. Which country has historically been, and continues to be, the world's largest producer and exporter of coffee? The correct answer is option B, Brazil. Explanation: Brazil has been the world's largest producer of coffee for over 150 years, currently producing about a third of the world's coffee. Its vast plantations and favorable climate make it ideal for coffee cultivation. Question 62. Which country is currently the world's largest producer of tea? The correct answer is option C, China. Explanation: China is the world's largest producer of tea, accounting for a significant portion of global tea production. While India, Sri Lanka, and Kenya are also major tea producers, China leads in overall volume. Question 63. With reference to important international boundary lines, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Radcliffe Line, India and Pakistan. Statement 2. McMahon Line, India and China. Statement 3. 38th parallel, North and South Korea. Statement 4. 49th parallel, USA and Canada. Statement 5. Durand Line, Pakistan and Afghanistan. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, all 5. Explanation: all 5 pairs are correctly matched. The Radcliffe Line, 1947, demarcates India and Pakistan. The McMahon Line, 1914, defines the border between India and China, though disputed by China. The 38th parallel serves as the de facto border between North and South Korea. The 49th parallel forms a significant portion of the border between the USA and Canada. The Durand Line, 1893, delineates the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan, though disputed by Afghanistan. Question 64. The McMahon Line, established in 1914, is a boundary line that delineates the border between which two countries, particularly in the eastern sector of the Himalayas? The correct answer is option A, India and China. Explanation: the McMahon Line is a demarcation line between Tibet and the northeast region of India, now Arunachal Pradesh. It was proposed by British colonial administrator Henry McMahon at the 1914 Simla Convention. While India considers it the official border, China disputes its legality. Question 65. Which parallel of latitude serves as the de facto border between North Korea and South Korea, established after World War II and solidified after the Korean War? The correct answer is option C, 38th parallel. Explanation: the 38th parallel north is a circle of latitude that is 38 degrees north of the Earth's equatorial plane. After World War II, it became the initial boundary between the Soviet-backed North Korea and the American-backed South Korea, and it remains the de facto border today, heavily fortified as the Korean Demilitarized Zone, DMZ. Question 66. With reference to the highest and lowest points of various continents, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Mount Kilimanjaro, highest point in Africa. Statement 2. Dead Sea, lowest point in Asia. Statement 3. Mount Aconcagua, highest point in South America. Statement 4. Death Valley, lowest point in North America. Statement 5. Mount Elbrus, highest point in Europe. Statement 6. Caspian Sea, lowest point in Europe. Statement 7. Vinson Massif, highest point in Antarctica. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, all 7. Explanation: all 7 pairs are correctly matched. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, is Africa's highest peak. The Dead Sea, bordering Jordan, Israel, Palestine, is Asia's lowest point. Mount Aconcagua, Argentina, is South America's highest peak. Death Valley, USA, is North America's lowest point. Mount Elbrus, Russia, is Europe's highest peak. The Caspian Sea, bordering Europe and Asia, is Europe's lowest point. Vinson Massif is Antarctica's highest peak. Question 67. Which hypersaline lake, bordering Jordan to the east and Israel and the West Bank to the west, is known as the lowest point on land in Asia and on Earth? The correct answer is option C, Dead Sea. Explanation: the Dead Sea, also known as the Salt Sea, is a salt lake bordered by Jordan to the east and Israel and the West Bank to the west. Its surface and shores are 430.5 meters, 1,412 feet, below sea level, making it Earth's lowest elevation on land and the lowest point in Asia. Question 68. Which mountain, located in the Andes range in Argentina, is the highest peak in both the western and southern hemispheres, and the highest point in South America? The correct answer is option A, Mount Aconcagua. Explanation: Mount Aconcagua, standing at 6,962 meters, 22,841 feet, is the highest mountain in the Americas, the highest outside Asia, and the highest point in the southern and western hemispheres. It is located in the Andes mountain range in Argentina. Question 69. With reference to industrial cities and their famous specializations, consider the following pairs. Statement 1. Detroit, USA automobiles. Statement 2. Havana, Cuba cigars. Statement 3. Johannesburg, South Africa gold mining. Statement 4. Manchester, UK cotton textile. Statement 5. Munich, Germany lenses. Statement 6. Magnitogorsk, Russia iron and steel. Statement 7. Sheffield, UK cutlery. Statement 8. Kawasaki, Japan iron and steel. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? The correct answer is option D, all 8. Explanation: all 8 pairs are correctly matched. Detroit is known as Motor City for automobiles. Havana is famous for its cigars. Johannesburg is a global center for gold mining. Manchester was the heart of the cotton textile industry. Munich is known for precision optics and lenses. Magnitogorsk is a major iron and steel producer. Sheffield has a long history of cutlery manufacturing. Kawasaki is a significant industrial hub for iron and steel in Japan. Question 70. Havana, the capital city of Cuba, is globally recognized as an important industrial center, especially famous for the production of high quality. The correct answer is option A, cigars. Explanation: Havana, Cuba, is world-renowned for its cigars. Cuban cigars, particularly those from Havana, are considered among the finest in the world due to the unique tobacco grown on the island and the traditional craftsmanship involved in their production. Question 71. The city of Johannesburg in South Africa rose to prominence and is primarily famous for its historical and ongoing significance in which industry? The correct answer is option C, gold mining. Explanation: Johannesburg is often referred to as Igoli, place of gold, in Zulu, reflecting its origins as a 19th century gold rush town. It remains a major center for gold mining and related industries in South Africa. While South Africa also has diamond mining, Johannesburg's fame is predominantly linked to gold. Question 72. The city of Manchester in the United Kingdom gained international fame during the Industrial Revolution and is still renowned for its historical association with which industry? The correct answer is option B, cotton textile. Explanation: Manchester was a global powerhouse during the Industrial Revolution, earning the nickname Cottonopolis due to its dominance in the cotton textile industry. It was a major center for cotton spinning and weaving. Question 73. The industrial city of Munich in Germany is a significant economic hub, particularly known for its advanced industries, including precision engineering and the production of. The correct answer is option A, lenses and optical instruments. Explanation: While Munich is also a major center for the automotive industry, BMW is headquartered there. It has a strong historical and contemporary reputation for lenses and optical instruments, as well as other high-tech industries. The provided text specifically highlights lenses. Question 74. With reference to units of astronomical distance, consider the following statements. Statement 1. A light year is the distance light travels in 1 year in a vacuum. Statement 2. An astronomical unit, AU, represents the mean distance between the Earth and the Sun. Statement 3. A parsec is a unit of length used to measure large distances to objects outside our solar system, approximately 3.26 light years. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. A light year is a unit of distance, not time, representing how far light travels in 1 year. An astronomical unit, AU, is the average distance between the Earth and the Sun. A parsec, parallax second, is a larger unit of length used in astronomy, equivalent to approximately 3.26 light years. Question 75. What is an astronomical unit, AU, a standard unit of length used in astronomy? The correct answer is option B, the mean distance between the Earth and the Sun. Explanation: an astronomical unit, AU, is a unit of length, roughly the distance from Earth to the Sun. It is defined as the mean distance between the Earth and the Sun, approximately 149.6 million kilometers, 93 million miles. It is primarily used for measuring distances within our solar system. Question 76. With reference to the greenhouse effect and atmospheric gases, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. Statement 2. Carbon dioxide is a primary greenhouse gas that traps outgoing infrared radiation. Statement 3. Without the natural greenhouse effect, Earth's average temperature would be significantly colder. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. The greenhouse effect is a natural process where certain gases in Earth's atmosphere trap heat, warming the planet. Carbon dioxide, CO2, is a major greenhouse gas that absorbs and re-emits infrared radiation. Without the natural greenhouse effect, Earth's average temperature would be around -18 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, making it largely uninhabitable. Question 77. With reference to tsunamis, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Tsunamis are large ocean waves primarily caused by sudden displacement of the ocean floor. Statement 2. They are often generated by underwater earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or landslides. Statement 3. Tsunamis are also commonly referred to as tidal waves because they are influenced by lunar gravity. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Explanation: statements 1 and 2 are correct. Tsunamis are indeed caused by large-scale, rapid displacement of a large volume of water, most commonly due to underwater earthquakes, but also by volcanic eruptions, landslides, or meteorite impacts. Statement 3 is incorrect. Tsunamis are not related to tides or lunar gravity and are therefore incorrectly referred to as tidal waves. Question 78. The Java Trench, also known as the Sunda Trench, is an oceanic trench located in the northeastern Indian Ocean. It is recognized as the deepest point of which ocean? The correct answer is option C, Indian Ocean. Explanation: the Java Trench, or Sunda Trench, is the deepest point in the Indian Ocean, with a maximum depth of approximately 7,725 meters, 25,344 feet. The Mariana Trench is in the Pacific Ocean, and the Puerto Rico Trench is in the Atlantic Ocean. Question 79. According to the International Astronomical Union, IAU, for a celestial body to be classified as a dwarf planet, it must satisfy certain criteria. Consider the following statements in this context. Statement 1. It must be in orbit around the Sun. Statement 2. It must have sufficient mass for its self-gravity to overcome rigid body forces so that it assumes a hydrostatic equilibrium, nearly round shape. Statement 3. It must have cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. Which of the statements given above are not a criterion for a dwarf planet, but rather for a full-fledged planet? The correct answer is option C, 3 only. Explanation: statements 1 and 2 are criteria for both planets and dwarf planets. Statement 3, it must have cleared the neighborhood around its orbit, is the distinguishing criterion for a full-fledged planet. A dwarf planet meets the first two criteria, but has not cleared its neighborhood, meaning its orbit is shared with other objects of similar size. Therefore, statement 3 is the criterion for a planet, not a dwarf planet, making it the correct answer to the prompt. Question 80. With reference to the Sun's rotation, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The Sun rotates as a solid body, with a uniform rotation period across all latitudes. Statement 2. The rotation period of the Sun at its equator is approximately 25 days. Statement 3. The rotation period of the Sun at its poles is longer than at its equator. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option B, 2 and 3 only. Explanation: statement 1 is incorrect. The Sun exhibits differential rotation, meaning its rotation period varies with latitude because it is a fluid body, not solid. Statement 2 is correct. The rotation period at the Sun's equator is approximately 25 days. Statement 3 is correct. The polar regions of the Sun rotate slower, with a period of approximately 33 days, which is longer than at the equator. Question 81. With reference to volcanoes and volcanic regions, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Cotopaxi in Ecuador is considered one of the world's highest active volcanoes. Statement 2. The Ring of Fire is a major area of seismic and volcanic activity encircling the Pacific Ocean. Statement 3. Most of the world's active volcanoes are located along the boundaries of tectonic plates. Which of the statements given above are correct? The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Explanation: all three statements are correct. Cotopaxi is indeed one of the highest active volcanoes globally, located in the Andes. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a well-known horseshoe-shaped zone characterized by frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, largely due to the movement and collision of tectonic plates. The vast majority of the world's active volcanoes are found along these plate boundaries. Question 82. The Ring of Fire is a major area in the basin of which ocean where a large number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur? The correct answer is option C, Pacific Ocean. Explanation: the Pacific Ring of Fire is a major basin-wide belt of volcanoes and seismic activity that nearly encircles the Pacific Ocean. It is characterized by a continuous series of oceanic trenches, volcanic arcs, volcanic belts, and plate movements, making it the most seismically and volcanically active zone on Earth. Question 83. In the context of severe weather phenomena in the United States, a violently rotating column of air, extending from a thunderstorm to the ground, is commonly referred to as a. The correct answer is option C, tornado. Explanation: a tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the Earth and a cumulonimbus cloud or, in rare cases, the base of a cumulus cloud. They are particularly common and destructive in the central and southeastern United States. Hurricanes are tropical cyclones in the Atlantic, and typhoons are in the Pacific, while Willy Willies are in Australia. Question 84. The Erie Canal, a historic waterway in New York State, played a crucial role in the economic development of the United States by connecting the Atlantic Ocean, via the Hudson River, to which major freshwater system? The correct answer is option D, Great Lakes. Explanation: the Erie Canal connects the Hudson River, which flows into the Atlantic Ocean, to Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes. Completed in 1825, it provided a navigable water route from the Atlantic Ocean to the Great Lakes, significantly reducing transportation costs and opening up the American interior for settlement and trade. Question 85. What water bodies does the Strait of Gibraltar connect? The correct answer is option A, Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. Explanation: the Strait of Gibraltar is a narrow strait that connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea and separates Gibraltar and peninsular Spain in Europe from Morocco and Ceuta in Africa. It is a strategically important waterway. Question 86. The major metropolitan area of New York City in the United States is famously situated at the mouth of which significant river? The correct answer is option B, New York. Explanation: New York City is located at the mouth of the Hudson River, which flows into New York Bay. The Hudson River is a vital waterway for the region, influencing its geography, economy, and history. Question 87. Great Bear Lake, the largest lake entirely within Canada and the fourth largest in North America, is located in which country? The correct answer is option C, Canada. Explanation: Great Bear Lake is located in the Northwest Territories of Canada. It is the largest lake entirely within Canada and the 8th largest in the world. Question 88. The term wilds refers to the open country or grasslands, particularly those found in which African country? The correct answer is option B, South Africa. Explanation: the wilds are a type of temperate grassland ecosystem found in South Africa. They are characterized by vast open spaces, often with scattered trees and shrubs, and are important for agriculture and wildlife. Question 89. Which country is consistently the world's largest producer of maize, corn? The correct answer is option C, USA. Explanation: the United States is by far the world's largest producer of maize, corn, accounting for a significant portion of global production. Maize is a staple crop and is used for various purposes, including food, animal feed, and biofuels. Question 90. Which country is recognized as the world's largest producer of wool, particularly known for its high-quality merino wool? The correct answer is option B, Australia. Explanation: Australia is the world's leading producer of wool, especially fine merino wool, due to its vast sheep farming industry and favorable climate. Question 91. The 49th parallel north forms a significant portion of the international border between which two North American countries? The correct answer is option B, USA and Canada. Explanation: The 49th parallel north forms the longest international border in the world, serving as the boundary between the United States and Canada from the Lake of the Woods to the Pacific Ocean. Question 92. The Durand Line, established in 1893, is a 2,640 km, 1,640 mi, border between which two countries? The correct answer is option B, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Explanation: the Durand Line is the international border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. It was established in 1893 by Sir Mortimer Durand and Abdur Rahman Khan, the then Emir of Afghanistan. Its legitimacy is still disputed by Afghanistan. Question 93. Badwater Basin in Death Valley National Park, California, is known as the lowest point in North America. What is its approximate elevation relative to sea level? The correct answer is option C, Death Valley. Explanation: Death Valley, specifically Badwater Basin, is the lowest point in North America with an elevation of 86 meters, 282 feet, below sea level. It is located in the Mojave Desert of California. The text states -87 meters, which is consistent. Question 94. Which dormant volcano, located in the Western Caucasus Mountains in Russia, is the highest peak in Europe? The correct answer is option B, Mount Elbrus. Explanation: Mount Elbrus, with an elevation of 5,642 meters, 18,510 feet, is the highest peak in Europe. It is a dormant volcano located in the Western Caucasus Mountains, in Russia, near the border with Georgia. Mont Blanc is the highest peak in the Alps, but Elbrus is higher overall in Europe. Question 95. Vinson Massif, a large mountain massif in Antarctica, is the highest peak of which continent? The correct answer is option C, Antarctica. Explanation: Vinson Massif, with a height of 4,892 meters, 16,050 feet, is the highest mountain in Antarctica. It is located in the Sentinel Range of the Ellsworth Mountains. Question 96. Which industrial city in Russia, located in the Ural Mountains region, is historically known as a major center for iron and steel production? The correct answer is option A, Magnitogorsk. Explanation: Magnitogorsk is a city in Chelyabinsk Oblast, Russia, located on the Ural River. It is one of the world's largest iron and steel producers and a key industrial center in Russia. Question 97. The city of Sheffield in South Yorkshire, England, has a long-standing industrial heritage and is particularly famous globally for its production of. The correct answer is option B, cutlery. Explanation: Sheffield has been internationally recognized for its cutlery production since the 17th century. The city's reputation for high-quality steel and skilled craftsmanship made it a global center for knives, forks, and other sharp tools. Question 98. The city of Kawasaki in Japan, part of the Greater Tokyo area, is a major industrial hub, particularly noted for its heavy industries including. The correct answer is option C, iron and steel. Explanation: Kawasaki is a prominent industrial city in Japan, known for its heavy industries, including iron and steel production, chemicals, and machinery. It is also home to various manufacturing plants. Question 99. The Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water, is considered the lowest point of the European continent due to its surface being significantly below sea level. What is its approximate elevation? The correct answer is option B, Caspian Sea. Explanation: The Caspian Sea is the world's largest inland body of water, variously classed as the world's largest lake or a full-fledged sea. Its surface is approximately 28 meters, 92 feet, below sea level, making it the lowest point in Europe. Question 100. Which country is currently the leading producer of dates, date palm fruit, globally? The correct answer is option B, Egypt. Explanation: as of recent statistics, Egypt has emerged as the world's largest producer of dates, date palm fruit. Other major producers include Saudi Arabia, Iran, Algeria, and Iraq.